So we're talking about in your apprenticeship, you were getting 600 francs per year, and you said when you first started, you were 15 years old? 15-year-old?
Usually you're 15 or 16 when you leave.
And you were a lab technician. You didn't really know anything about this other than you had a little bit of biology and chemistry.
Yeah.
And then the first 12 weeks, they put you through a training program.
Yeah.
And so it was a 3-year apprentice, so that means they had 5 kids 1 year, 5 kids from the other. So you had...
Exactly.
And basically they showed you all different areas of the company?
No. Well... No, that's not what I can say. Well, after this 12 weeks course, you got into a lab, and sometimes they were quite specialized.
Right.
Some did research.
Oh wow.
So that was research. It was a company which produced flavors and fragrances, and so some worked on this research. Me personally, I worked in a lab where they made some stuffs in low scale.
But it sounds like a lot of responsibility for...
Yes, of course it is. After these 12 weeks, you had to take over quite a lot of responsibility.
Right. But you think that by giving a young person that opportunity, a lot of them will rise to the occasion and step it up and say, I'm in like an adult job now, and
yeah, I think that works.
They take it more seriously than if they maybe were in school.
Most of them, I think.
Yeah.
Because my theory of school is if I observe my pupils here, they aren't interested in mathematics at all.
Right.
Because it's just they come here to school, they sit in their chairs, and they do some stupid mathematics.
Right. They can't see that it relates to something.
Yeah. If, for example, one of my pupils, if I asked him a mathematical question, he wants to become a cook, chef. Sorry. And when I told him, you have this recipe, and you want to cook this menu for, let's say, the recipe is for 4 persons,
right?
And you have seven invited. How much do you have to? How many ingredients do you need?
Right.
So he was able to do that in just a bit of time.
Right.
But his motivation, otherwise, in mathematics, no.
Yeah.
No. And I think that's what is very precious about this system, because they see the relation between theory and practical.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thanks again. So the kids here start English in the 2nd grade.
Yes, with about 8 years.
So
they are 8 years old.
So by the time they get here, they've already had 5 years to the middle school.
Usually they have.
Okay. So give me an example of what a 9th grade schedule would look like here. The kids take how many periods per week?
They take between 30 and 36 periods
a week.
Yes.
And what would a typical 9th grader take?
They have to take mathematics would be 4 lessons.
4 lessons a week of math.
Yeah, then 4 lessons German.
Okay.
3 lessons English.
Yes.
And 3 lessons of French.
Okay.
And 3 lessons of sports.
Okay.
That's what they basically all have.
Then on top of that, they can choose some electives.
They have to choose some.
And what are some of the choices for the electives?
There would be science, additional German, additional English, or
music.
Music, yes. Some years they can, because it depends how many students choose.
Is music obligatory in 9th grade or no?
No.
When is it obligatory? Up to what?
Only in the 7th grade.
7th grade?
Yeah. Afterwards,
it's a choice of. Okay. Well, thank you very much. So this is the front of this middle school, and you can see how beautiful their tracks are and how beautiful the whole school is. The most beautiful school that I've been to in my life. And again, here's the name of the school. Zurich.